Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to the 5 days briefing on engaging semiconductor technology on IoT thinking and AI application, organized by the Electrical and Communication Engineering, SJC Institute of Technology, Karnataka, in collaboration with Pencilbits. It's my privilege to introduce Ms. J. Shirin ma'am. Shirin Bhavna ma'am has an assistant professor in MIET Engineering College, Trichy, has dedication academic and she has completed her UG and PG at the Sarnath College of Engineering. The Shirin ma'am has made her remarkable contributions to the research with one Scopus Index paper and 6 UGC approval journal publications and filled her patent for her credit. Her work has on cutting edge topics like artificial intelligence and IoT and reflected her commitments to the innovations and technical advancement. She is also a co-book author for the IoT and published in 2024. And she's behind her research that has achievement. Sherina has passionate about exploring her interactions with the technologies and creatives within in IoT, AI applications, animations, and designing. Her dedication to the knowledge and inspiring the other to admire. We are honored to hear with us today, and I invite all you to join the meeting to extend warm welcome to the sharing monument for looking forward for the valuable insight and contributions. Welcome you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to see the overview of emerging semiconductor technologies for IoT and AI applications. We are going to discuss about the general introduction. In the introduction, we are going to discuss about what is IoT and AI, why it is necessary. Then the introduction about semiconductor technologies. We should know the difference between IoT and AI. That is very important. Then why IoT is important, then what is the use of IoT in industries, key semiconductor trends for IoT and AI, then role of semiconductors in IoT and AI, emerging semiconductor technologies for IoT and AI. Now, first, we have to know what is IoT and AI. IoT is nothing but a network interconnected device that can collect and exchange data. The basic example is our mobile phone. The mobile phone has sensors and other wearable devices which connects with the Google and other online applications. So that is IoT. AI is a technology that thinks like a human. Example, ChatGPT. ChatGPT thinks like us, and it gives us the content whatever is required. That is called machine learning. Next is why semiconductors are important. Semiconductors are backbone of both IoT and AI. They power everything from sensors to process to the memory. Sensors have scalability, efficiency, and high saturated electron velocity, and then high performance and energy efficiency. So we can use this semiconductors in sensors and other devices to connect with IoT and AI. Next, these are the basic semiconductor devices which we know in our daily life. Semiconductors are materials which have a conductivity between conductors and non-conductors. Conductors are generally metals. Non-conductors are mostly like ceramics, wood, etc. Semiconductors can be pure elements such as silicon, germanium, or compounds such as gallium arsenide or cadmium selenide. Semiconductors are building blocks of modern electronic enabling devices to process information, communicate, and sense the environment. Before I go into the difference between IoT and AI, here the reason why we are using gallium arsenide or cadmium selenide is it has high performance, energy efficiency, then broad operating temperature, low saturation field, next direct band gap. It has more resistivity than silicon and higher electron mobility. So if we use these gallium arsenide or cadmium selenide in semiconductors, it can produce high electrical conductivity, and it helps in communication between the devices. Next, the difference between IoT is IoT captures and stores the data. AI processes the data to make in means like what they have told here is whatever we are thinking they will AI will process it. IoT focus on sensor data collection. AI learns patterns and behaviors formed by decisions. It learns the patterns means AI just acts like a human robot, and IoT is the just gives the informations whatever required for us. AI thinks like a human. IoT is the platform which we can search something. IoT facilitates algorithms development to express system behavior. AI relies on deep learning algorithms to mimic system behavior. Other major difference between AI and IoT is connectivity. AI has independent and does not require interconnection, but IoT is interconnected device over a network. Capability. When considering the capability, AI capability cannot be predicted because each and every human thinks a problem in different ways. So AI also uses same strategy to think a problem in different ways. So we cannot define the capability. But IoT device capabilities are known in advance. We can define the system capability. Example, if you are designing a system for a street light, you can design the capability. What is the range of the sensor? How wide it can be used? Then what is the bandwidth and range of sensors we are using? Like that, everything we can determine. Interaction. AI does not require individual interaction. Requires individual interaction. Actually, the what they are meaning here is interaction is AI just if we type, you just consider Chat GPT. If you are typing a question, it just gives all the answer related to that question, but it won't have any access with the devices. But IoT, it consider like IR sensor. It first transmits the rays. The rays falls on the object, and then it receives it, and then it interacts with the system, and then the output is generated. So there is an interaction between the devices. Here in AI, we are using machine learning instruction method. For IoT, we need only device interactions like sensors and actuators. Those are the main instruction devices.
Ma'am, ma'am, it is audible, ma'am. Ma'am, can you able to hear us, ma'am?
Sorry for the interruption. Actually, we were discussing about the instructions, machine learning, and device instructions. Next, dependency. AI can work without IoT. IoT cannot work without AI because IoT requires the human interaction or some other machine to give the access to them. Next, cost. AI can cost a lot because designing a robo like one human, which thinks like a human, so it has a high cost. Compared to IoT, the cost will comparatively the IoT cost will be less because IoT is just a platform which we can use to interact with the devices. Next, applications. As I told, the best example for AI is chatbot, natural language processing, speech recognition, mission vision. Then IoT includes like a smart wearable, smart city, smart home, water monitoring, etc. Scalability, less scalable. Scalability is based on the cloud. Actually, what they are meaning is scalability is how much the cloud stores the data and what is the range of the cloud we are using to store the data. Next, why IoT is important? IoT is important because the things involved with IoT are Internet of Things device, entity, physical layer, network layer, application layer, remotes, analytics, data storage. Three causes of IoT: communication and control automation, cost saving. IoT in industries. Several environments within the three groups of consumers like manufacturing, transport, defense, agriculture, infrastructure, banks, oil, gas, and mining. Insurance, connected homes, food service, etc. Next, key semiconductor trends for IoT. Semiconductors are materials which have conductivity between conductors and non-conductors or insulators. This we have already seen. Semiconductors can be pure elements such as silicon or germanium, or compounds such as gallium arsenide or cadmium selenide. Semiconductors are building blocks of modern electronic enabling devices to process information, communication, and sense the environment. The key semiconductor trends for IoT and AI is miniaturization, that is shrinking the transistor size, enabling smaller and more efficient device. That is when you would have heard the history of computers previously, when they in the first generation of computer, the computer size will be very large. Now we are having miniature size of computers. Even smartphones are a copy of our computers. So the technology is developing, like reducing the size of the chip. Next, increase computational power. AI depends more processing power, requiring chip design specifically for this task. Next is integration. It allows multiple functionalities like processing memory, connectivity in a single chip. Next is low power design. Low power design is power efficiency is crucial for IoT device that rely on long battery life and AI application. Connectivity. Advanced semiconductors support faster, more reliable connectivity. In IoTs, semiconductors are responsible for the seamless operation of smart devices like a thermostat, wearable, and connected applications. Next, the role of semiconductors in AI. Semiconductors in IoT device enable connectivity. Example, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Sensing temperature, motion, and data transmission. AI relies on powerful chips to process large volume of data for training machine learning models like CPU, GPU, etc., and to run interference on edge device. IoT chips must be energy efficient to extend the battery life, while AI chips need the processing power to handle complex algorithm and large data set. Next, emerging semiconductor technology for IoT. Actually, using the semiconductor, we can define the specification of the system. Because if the device which we are using is high, the speed will be low. When the chip size reduces and the device size reduces, then the speed will be high. Low latency connectivity and the semiconductor innovation enables IoT application to support 5G, Wi-Fi, LP-LAN technologies. 5G ready chip enables IoT device to transmit large amount of data faster, improving the everything from smart city application to industrial automation. Next, emerging semiconductor technology for AI. Neuromorphic computing, designed to mimic the human brain structure and operation for energy efficiency AI tasks. Actually, this neuromorphic computing is used in real time for one great scientist called Stephen Hawkinson. I'll show you in later slide how they have sensed his brain and made it into the new innovations. Next, the Intel chip is designed for neuromorphic computing, offering a low power solution for AI tasks like pattern recognition and decision making. Neuromorphic computing. Actually, neuromorphic computing is Stephen Hawking is a scientist who discovered God's particle and many other new innovations. But he is physically challenged and he is not able to speak. But what Philips has done is he introduced one voice recognition chip that is attached with his cheeks, and when the cheek pronounces each and every word, that is transferred into sentence. Those sentences are read by the other friends and they converted into new innovations. Same way, two chips are attached. I mean, chips are attached to the forehead. From that, they have read the thinking, how Stephen Hawking thinks, what he thinks, everything, and they gather the information from the brain vibrations, and that information is transferred into innovations. This is how neuromorphic computing occurs. And this is implemented in real time for Stephen Hawkinson. If you want, you can Google and you can search more information related to that. Next, challenges in semiconductors. Semiconductor technologies for IoT and AI power consumption. IoT devices like remote sensors and wearables must consume minimal power while remaining operational for months and years together. Thermal management, as chip shrinks, it should have thermal power management. Otherwise, it will be very crucial. If it gets overheat, then it gets crucial and it may affect the device and the entire system. Next, scalability. As AI and IO application expands, the chip needs to scale in performance and efficiency. In single chip, we can use lot of information. Sometimes, not a big example, just small example. Consider your phone. Your phone has a minimum storage space. If we are increasing the RAM size, that is the chip size, memory location size, then you can add up more images or whatever content you want. So that is the meaning of scalability. The chip needs to scale in performance and efficiency to support large network of device and more complex AI algorithms. next generation materials and architectures, graphene and 2D materials. Now in the developing world, they are using these material into the system with IoT and AI to produce new innovations. These materials have extraordinary electrical and thermal properties which can enhance the performance of semiconductors beyond what silicon can achieve. Applications: faster chip, energy efficiency, any energy efficiency sensor, and advanced AI processing. Gallium nitride and silicon carbide. These have wide band gap materials and are increasingly used in power electronics, especially for IoT devices that require high efficiency and low power consumption. Applications like power supply, electrical vehicle, and industrial IoT device, quantum dot and photonic materials for ultra high efficient light emitting diodes and quantum computing applications that might be key for future AI. The semiconductor devices have increasing penetrating rate, high-end logical process chip, which controls and manages the flow of electrical current in electronic equipments and devices. Semiconductor provide hardware for complex computations. They process data, power screen, and even manage battery life, smartphone, etc. Next, advanced process node. The size of a transistor on a semiconductor measured in nanometer typically indicates the performance and power consumption. Smaller nodes enable more transistor on a chip, leading to fast and more efficient device. Leading edge node for IoT and AI, 5 nano nm and 3 nano nm nodes. These nodes enable advanced SOCs for AI application and IoT device that require high performance in small form factor. Benefits of this system is higher transistor density, better power efficiency, and reduces heat generation. Challenge is scaling down the process node increases complexity and cost. We are heading into a new era of ability where the user of the internet will be counted in billions and where humans may become the minority as generators and receivers of traffic. Changes brought about by the internet will be drafted by those prompted by the networking of everyday objects. This is an UN report. Characteristics of AI. The characteristics of AI are computing, convergence, content, connectivity, collection, communication. Computing is anytime, any content we can compute, and it gives the answer. Like you are surfing in Google, you are searching at any time and any content, but it gives the exact answer. Same content is anybody can do the do the surfing. Google does not show only required data to a particular person and show large amount of data to other persons. Whoever serves for the same question, they get all the relevant answers. Next, collection. Any service and any business, we can we can search for any purchase apps like Amazon, Flipkart, and any other services. Whatever we are searching, we get the relevant answer. Communication, any path, any network. We can serve for jobs, etc. Next, connectivity. You can connect from your home or you can connect from your office. From wherever you connect, it gets connected. Next, Internet of Things. IoT is nothing but which enables the communication between the device to exchange useful information that creates new value for human needs. Next, technology perspective. Things with identities and virtual personality operating in smart space using intelligent interface to connect and communicate within social, environmental, and user contexts. Anatomy of Internet. First, event, anything happening in the physical world that has been identified to be observed. Next is mining. Things detect the events and measure a physical quality. Next, logging. Registering or recording of the data collected by the things. Upload. Logged data to store and save the store, save and share like local device, transfer to a center, location, etc. Next, analysis. Aggregated data is analyzed, generated information and knowledge. Final is the action and the report. Action is events triggered either by things or people. Report, display processed information for people to use. Here we are using a device with the self properties. Network is in interoperability network. Next, intelligence is ambient intelligence and distributed decision making. These are the characteristics and attributes of intelligence level. Fundamental characteristics, then common characteristics, then characteristics of social thinking, characteristics of considerate autonomous things, then characteristics of things that are capable of self replication or control. Next, networking. This is a real how you want your city to be. A smart city is an urban development vision to integrate information and communicate technologies and Internet of Things technology in secured fashion to manage a city's access. Managing a city's access is if you're traveling from one place to another, you are booking some cabs. You are connecting to a cab which is available at 2 to 3 kilometers away or nearest to your location. So that in that type, we are using IoT, Internet of Things. Same way you are ordering food. It is coming from far location. Everything has Internet of Things. It uses Internet of Things. Next, here I am going to give you the outline of smart city and what are the sensors we are using and how does it work. Let us consider smart home. In smart home, you will be controlling the lights, fans, everything. All the electronic equipments you will be controlling using sensors. First, to control the lights, you will be using PIR sensor. PIR sensor is, it detects the motion of the person. When the person enters into the range of the sensor, then it helps the light to glow. Otherwise, the light gets off. Same way we can control the fan. Next is you can have gas leakage sensor. Gas leakage sensor is if the gas leaks and the smell is detected by the gas leakage sensor, then automatically it cuts the supply. This can be used in a kitchen as well as in refrigerator, which emits gas. Sometimes when you leave the home during a power shutdown, your AC will be left on and you would have forgot. But you can use sensor to turn off your AC. You can use proximity sensor which detects the AC air conditioner air conditioner that cold coldness, and you can sorry, proximity sensor will of the supply. Next, Smart Me Healthcare. The Smart Me Healthcare, you can use the Smart Me Healthcare for elder peoples like who are left alone, and some of the family members will be staying in foreign. Those peoples can use this. You can tie the band in the hand. That information like BP, sugar, other heartbeat, heart rate, everything will be sensed and sent via mobile phone to the required persons. In case of emergency, you can send those details to ambulance or a doctor so that they can help the person to be in a good health. Next, smart city includes smart parking. Next, structural health, noise, urban map, traffic control, the smart lighting, waste management, intelligent transport system, smart environment, forest fire detection, air pollution, landslides and advanced prevention, earthquake early detection. Next is smart water control, leakage, river floods, security and emergencies like perimeter access control, liquid presence, radiation levels, explosive and hazardous gas, retail, supply chain control, NFC payments, intelligent shopping application, smart product management, logistics like quality of the shipment condition, item location, storage incompatibility detection, fleet detection, industrial control, M2M application. Next, indoor air quality, temperature monitoring, ozone presence, indoor location, vehicle auto diagnosis, smart agriculture, wine quality enhance, greenhouse, golf course, meteorological station network, compost. Next, smart animal farming, offspring care, animal tracking, toxic gas levels. Next, domestic and home automation, energy and water usage, remote control appliances, in intrusion detection system, art and goods preservation, e-health, fall detection, medical fridge, sportsman care, patient surveillance, ultraviolet radiations, IoT technology and development. The development areas are identification technology. Before 2010, different schemes, domains specified ISO, then GS1, UCode, IPv6, etc. 2010 to 15, you have unified framework for unique identifiers, open framework for IoT, URIs. After 2015, identity management, semantics, privacy awareness, things DNA identifier. Next, the development area is IoT architecture technology. IoT architecture specification, content sensitive middleware, intelligent recent platform. Next, from 2010 to 2015, IoT architecture development, network architecture, platforms interoperability. Next, after 2015, adaptive context-based architecture, self-properties, cognitive architectures, experiential architectures. Next, communication technologies like RFID, Wi-Fi, WiMAX, Bluetooth, Zigbee before 2010. From 2010 to 2015, we are using ultra-low power chips, system on-chip antennas, millimeter wave signals, ultra-low signal chips, ultra-low power system on chips, mobility, etc. After 2015, wide spectrum and spectrum aware protocol, unified protocol over wide spectrum. Next, network technology before 2010, sensor networks. 2010 to 2015, self-aware and self-organizing network, delay tolerance network, storage networks and power networks, hybrid networking technologies, sensor network location transparency, network content awareness, network cognition, self-learning, self-repairing network. Next, developing area is software and algorithm. Before 2010, relational database integration, IoT oriented RDBMS, event-based platform, sensor network middleware, proximity localization algorithms. From 2010 to 2015, large-scale open semantic software modules, composable algorithm, next-generation IoT-based social awareness, next-generation IoT-based enterprise applications. After 2015, global oriented software, distributed intelligence, problem solving, T2T collaboration environment, user oriented software, the invisible IoT, easy to deploy IoT software, things to human collaboration, IoT for all. Next area is hardware. Before 2010, RFID tags and sensors were used. Sensors built in mobile devices, NFC in mobile, smaller and cheaper, MEMS technology. After 2010 to 2015, multi-protocol, multi-standard readers, more sensors and actuators, secure low-cost tags, sensors, etc. After 2015, smart sensors like biochemical sensors, more sensors and actuators, tiny sensors, nanotechnology, and new materials. This actuators and nano technology sensors include soil pH level sensors, then NH4 and CO2 sensors, soil moisture sensor, which helps to determine the soil levels. If you're just consider the plant which requires this soil for its growth, you are detecting the pH level of the soil, so that if the pH level is high, then that sand is suitable for growth of the plant. Then NH4 and CO2 sensor, which helps to sense the NH4 and CO2 level in the soil. If those are present, then the soil is suitable for plant growth. Next is soil moisture sensor. The soil should be able to withstand some amount of moisture in it, and that should help in plant growth. So those comes under nanotechnology and new material sensors. Next, data and signal processing technology, serial data processing, parallel data processing, quality of service. Serial data processing is nothing but processing the data in a single linear way. Parallel data processing is you're sharing one data with your friend, and the friend is sharing one data to you. So that is parallel data processing. From 2010 to 2015, energy frequency spectrum, our data processing content, context adaptable, context aware data processing and data response, cognitive processing and optimization. Next development area is discovery and search engine technology. Sensor network ontology domain specifies the name service before 2010. From 2010 to 2015, distributed registers, search and discovery mechanism, semantic discovery of sensors and sensor data. After 2015, automatic route tagging and identification, automatic route tagging and identification management centers, cognitive search engines, autonomous search engines. Next technology for development is power and energy storage technology. Before 2010, thin batteries, lithium ion batteries, flat batteries, then power optimized system, energy harvesting like electrostatic and piezoelectric effect, short and medium range wireless. 2010 to 2015, the power and energy storage technologies are energy harvesting, that is energy conservation, photovoltaic cells, printed batteries, long range wireless powers. After 2015, energy harvesting like biological, chemical induction, power generation in harsh environments, energy recycling, wireless power, biodegradable batteries, nano power processing unit. Security and privacy technologies, security mechanism and protocol defined using RFID and WSN. Security mechanism and protocol for RFID and WSM devices. From 2010 to 2015, user-centric context, aware privacy and policy, privacy awareness data processing, virtualization and anonymization. After 2015, security and privacy profiles based on needs, privacy needs, automatic evaluation, context-centric security, self-adaptive security mechanism and protocols. Material technology. Before 2010, we were using silicon, CU, AI, aluminum metallization, 3D process. Then 2010 to 2015, silicon carbide, gallium nitride, silicon, improved new semiconductor manufacturing process technology, which are having high temperature ranges. After 2015, we are using diamond. Next, standardization. Before 2010, we were using RFID security, passive RFID with expanded memory and read-write capability. 2010 to 2015, we were using IoT standardization, M2M communication, interpolability. After 2015, the standards for cross interpolability with the heterogeneous networks were used. Next, future outlook. In the future outlook, we are using emerging trends like AI optimization chips, development of chip specifically designed to accelerate machine learning, like Google TPUs, NVIDIA GPUs, neuromorphic computing, like mimicking the human brain's structure for more efficient AI computation, 5G and beyond, faster, low latency connectivity that will support advanced IoT application. Next, potential growth areas like autonomous systems, wearable health technology, smart cities, AI driven automation, then AI driven smart cities, etc. The key insight is semiconductors are essential for both IoT and AI, enabling devices to process data and communicate effectively. Key trends include miniaturization, integration, low power design, and increased computational capabilities. Advanced materials like graphene and gallium nitride enhance semiconductor performance beyond traditional silicon. Neuromorphic computing offers energy efficiency solutions for complex AI tasks by mimicking human brain functions. Future developments will focus on AI specific chips and improved connectivity, particularly through 5G. Next, the summary of the entire topic is emerging semiconductor technologies are crucial for the advancement of Internet of Things and artificial intelligence applications. Semiconductors serve as the backbone of both fields, powering a variety of devices from sensors to processors. Key trends in semiconductors developments include miniaturization, increased computational power, integration into system on chips designs, low power consumption, and enhanced connectivity. Emerging technologies such as neuromorphic computing, then advanced materials like graphene and gallium nitride, and smaller process nodes from 3 in nanometer to 5 nanometer promise see improved performance and efficiency. The future outlook emphasize AI optimized chip and the role of 5G in supporting advanced IoT application. The overall the overall view is the semiconductor industry is pivotal in enabling smarter and more efficient devices, shaping the future landscape of technology. Conclusion. Emerging semiconductor technologies are foundational for the next generation of IoT and AI application, driving advancement in speed, power efficiency, and connectivity. Looking ahead, continued innovations in materials, process nodes, and AI specific accelerators will shape the future of both IoT and AI. Finally, the semiconductor industry is the heart of the technology evolution, enabling smarter, more connected, and more efficient devices. Thank you for this opportunity. Do you have any queries? Do you have any queries? Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, it is audible, ma'am.